I don't just want to make money. And I honestly, I make as much money as I don't like need that much more things. Like I'm not like a big sports car guy and I don't really care about much like buyable items. I just don't give a shit. I care more about legacy and about like what our business does too. But like if it was just money, it'd make me a little sad. You know what I mean? It would make me a little sad because it's not I also want to choose my vibe. I want to choose to be around people that I like, and I want to I want to be making their lives better. It's like basically, I just don't think those people are greedy enough. They're not greedy enough because they just want money. I'm so greedy. I want money and those three things I just mentioned. Like, so
I love
I'm,
that. I really do love that. That makes me like that. Not greedy enough. I actually really do like that because that's what I want. It's the same
yeah.
thing. It is very clear to me that I do want to make significant income, but it is so much more important to me. And I get so much more satisfaction. Again, coming off just taking this like personality type quiz, leadership quiz. And it's like I answered all these questions and they're all of them are about like my team and about how we work well together and like what I get satisfied. Like I love it whenever we have a daily team meeting every single morning. And I love to make everyone's day as efficient as possible, as satisfying as possible, the least amount of roadblocks as possible to feel like their purpose of that day for their profession is being achieved and they're
Mm,
not frustrated. Like whether it's
mm,
with us or with our clients, if I can help, our team, because there's obviously client issues as well too. So if I can
mhm.
help with that, and I love that. I love that
Yeah.
because I feel that way. I don't want just the money. I want the other things that are actually way harder to get because you're affecting other people's lives in multiple levels. So
Yeah.
I'm going to use that.
What
That's
is
good.
what is that test, John? Sorry, Tim, didn't mean to cut you off.
It
But I just wanted to make
is.
sure we get that name out there in case anybody else wants to take that test.
Yeah, it is called. It's a really easy one to do. Cameron sent it to me, so it's called the Predictable Success Quiz. It's literally predictablesuccess.com.
Sweet.
Predict
Love that.
predictablesuccess.com. I mean, I've taken a lot of these tests before. This one was specifically about leadership style,
Mm,
and like understanding. I know this is said a lot. Understanding yourself is really, really important. And you
mhm,
change as you grow and as you professionally and personally, you do change slightly over time. And so you need to understand yourself probably at least every year. You need to take some of these like personality type quizzes to understand like what your strengths and weaknesses are.
mhm.
And it's
And there's an exercise you can do. Like if you ever read Five Dysfunctions of a Team, we just did the exercise from that, which is essentially go around and they give you like everyone in the leadership team goes around and gives you like one thing that is just massively helpful for the company and that's one of your biggest strengths. And then one thing that you may not realize, but is holding you back and the
yep.
team back. And like that, we just did that at our traction meeting. And man, to understand yourself, to get those like harsh realities from your team, tough. But then you also get like really nice compliments. So I love Five Dysfunctions of a Team. And I recommend any leadership team read that. And I think like I love the idea of like you have to understand yourself to improve. And there has to be harsh realities to
Sure.
what our weaknesses are, which is super tough. But like I got hit in the face. I think my COO was trying to hurt me a little.
Coming after you.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, like, that's one thing specifically in our daily meetings. We don't go into that deep because we try to keep them between
Oh yeah.
five
Yeah.
and 15 minutes. But I do want to at least touch on that every day
Yeah.
because those little tiny things build up over time. And then
Mhm.
hopefully, because I like that, I like what you're saying, so we can have more meaningful conversations, longer conversations in the future, either
Yeah.
quarterly or
I like
semi-annually.
quarterly, man. I like that quarterly big long day meeting
I like
personally.
that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like to plan for quarters anyway, but I want to reduce the actual problem, not just like,
Mhm.
hey, let's build up a big problem. Let's make this little
Yeah.
problem a big problem
Yeah. Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
whole quarter. So
No, for sure.
so I really like that. I really do because I think that Proline, that's actually one thing that we try to use Proline. That's why I like it so personally, because it actually reduces a lot of those issues, like by creating tasks or automations to help with the communication. Like it really does. People always talk about systems and processes. Well, like that's what it is though. Like it's supposed to make your life better each day, like and give you real purpose in your work life, and using that tool and that platform to actually make sure that those little tiny things don't actually occur. Like that's really, a lot of times it's framed that way. Hey, if we're going through our ProLine process, which we just redid it a lot in the past couple weeks, what part of it is not helpful? What part of it is helpful? How does this make you frustrated? How does this help your day? Like that's a constant question we're asking, so that no one gets frustrated for these little tiny things.
Totally.
How are we doing on time?